Your phones to airplane mode. We are about to close the aircraft doors. I'm just in such a silly mood tonight, which is quite ironic considering I'm going to play some quite dark songs.
You're in a church which has got a soft play.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening. Welcome. It's just such a pleasure to welcome you all to Songwriters Circle. In a moment, I'll introduce my colleagues on the stage, but if you haven't met me yet, my name is Sophie Daniels. I'm the head of the School of Music, Performance and Creation. I'm an associate professor of songwriting. Been teaching songwriting at ICMP for a very long time. In 2012, I took a trip on my own for 2 weeks to Nashville, and I attended a festival called Tin Pan South, which blew my mind, changed my life. By the way, we run a trip to this festival every year. And I saw a writer's round exactly like this. The first one I ever saw was incredible, but I won't go on about that. But what really blew my mind was that the songs are the stars of this event. So the songs were all very well written, fairly fresh, and being performed in this acoustic format where, you know, it's not a big deal if you can, like, sing incredibly well, like Nadine, or if you're, like, really handsome, like Jonathan. These things are nice, but irrelevant if you cannot write a great song, like hopefully everybody on this stage. And so I came back, I thought, okay, we have to have a similar event here for the songwriting community at ICMP. So we've been running it for 12 years. We do this every month. We get together and we try and play what we think are really great songs, really well-written songs. And you have the opportunity to take the stage and do this once a month. So we normally have a guest tutor and normally a special guest as well, and then 4 seats that are for anybody who wants to come up here and showcase their songs. And it doesn't matter if you're not super confident about singing them, it's about the song. So that's what the event is tonight, and we really appreciate you being here. It's so lovely when we have a new cohort of songwriting students and to introduce you to this event. We can't wait for you to sit up here and play your songs this year. But tonight is about us hopefully modeling it to you and playing you some of our material. And you've really got the A-team up here tonight, in my usually not very humble opinion. And I'll let them just introduce themselves to you, starting with you.
Hello, my name is Luke Toms, and I'm a teacher here, teaching fellow in music and stuff.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shane Beals, otherwise known as Mr. Croaky Voice. It's so nice to see you. My role is Senior Programs Manager for Music Creation. So some of you I've met already, just utterly obsessed with new music.
Thank you. I'm Jonathan. I've been teaching songwriting at ICMP for nearly 15 years, and I absolutely love it. I love working with this wonderful colleagues and with all of you. I'm also the Dean at ICMP, so look after the brilliant team of leaders who lead all of the courses at ICMP, and yeah, it's a great pleasure a great privilege to work here. Ben?
Oh, thank you. I have to get a little bit closer. Yeah, so my name is Ben Jones. I'm the Senior Programs Manager for Performance, and I'm actually the odd one out here because I'm not a writer myself. But my connection to this team is that as a session bass player and as a musician, I fell in love with song. And that's what really showed me kind of how to be a bass player, to be totally honest. And Jonathan and I have worked together for many, many years. And that's why I'm here today, is to play with him. But I have such a deep appreciation for song, and it is a real pleasure to be involved.
Amazing. My name is Nadine Yomi, and I am just starting my 10th year of teaching.
What?
At ICMP.
Oh, yeah.
I've been a student myself, and I can remember exactly like when I started studying at ICMP. I felt terrified, nervous, excited. I don't know if you feel any of those things. It's totally normal. People are really nice most of the time. All of them are lovely. I'm a module leader for the first year, so on the it's called Songwriting Fundamentals. Do we have any, are you all first year? No, I can't see very far. Can we have hands of everyone who's here the first time?
First year
year?
songwriters. Whoa! Yes!
Give it up for yourself.
You've passed.
Baby,
Yes.
baby, baby, ooh.
Can you just raise your hands if you're on a master's program in songwriting?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's not a competition, though.
What's in that mug?
Who's pissed?
Using it as an excuse to...
Okay.
That's Shane, everyone.
Right.
Get used to it.
So yeah, we're all going to be quite present in your lives over the next year, 3 years. And there are so many great songwriting tutors on this team who you'll meet, who've got fantastic artist careers. Some of them are my favourite singer-songwriters, and they play at this event as well. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around 3 times. We're actually not going to have a break, but you can visit the bar or the bathroom as you see fit. We're going to just say a little bit about the songs, maybe the process or the purpose. And I'm going to start. Okay, so 5 years ago I released an EP under the artist name Liberty's Mother, and it was the first time that I decided to make an artist record. I was 45 at the time. I had a very strong sense of purpose because that project was a research project to do with baby loss. Liberty is my daughter, who I lost in 2011. And the whole record was about raising awareness for a particular issue, but also it was about feminism, and it was about investigating my journey through songwriting. And then I thought, okay, that's done now. That record's done. I toured it. I learned more from that project than I've ever learned about songwriting elsewhere. I thought, I'm done. And then I wrote, actually, this song I'm going to play now, which I wrote with an ex-colleague of ours called Katarina Gunnerholm, who knows a thing or two about songwriting. And it gradually dawned on me that I was writing new songs as Liberty's Mother, and then I decided to make this into a feminist research project because I'm also a director of an organisation called the F-List, which is about feminism, and we advise government on all sorts of things, but I'm particularly interested in songcraft and how that pertains to feminism and how that speaks into gender access to visibility and what songs we put out into the world. Tonight, I had this existential crisis about what to play because I thought, I can't play this song, it's like really dark and miserable, and it's about me being a woman at this stage of my life. And then I thought, oh, that is exactly what this project is about.
That's why you've got to play it.
That's why I've got to play it. And I'm just in the studio at the moment with a colleague of ours who is an amazing woman called Dr. Catherine Davis, who's also known as the Anchoress, and she's an award-winning artist and record producer, and I'm making the record with her, and she is kicking my ass.
She's also on faculty.
She's also on faculty, and she'll be teaching you.
Kicking your ass.
She's kicking my ass. Yeah, kicking your ass. Watch out. And it's a 6-song feminist song cycle. Basically, it kind of goes through all different stages. And I'm going to play 3 of those songs tonight. And this is the first one, and it's called Unwritten Song. Searching for a wandering child, and no way should wait still. Will you come to me, or should I look for you? So afraid that love leads to the kill. I tell myself silence, carry on. But in my heart I know that I have nothing when you're gone. Unwritten song. Unwritten song. unwritten song. Can I rid you from my blood? Stop wanting you so much. Somehow give you up. I tell myself it won't be long till the pieces make a whole. And all the while I've walked the line with your weight upon my soul. Unwritten song. Unwritten song. Unwritten song. Thank you.
Hello. That was beautiful. Another cracker. That's great. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to play. I might keep on the depressing note. Yeah. I mean that with the greatest of respect. I will do something that I wrote when I was a student, because I was a student here at ICMP. So I was a teacher, and I was lucky enough to have a day off a week to do my master's in songwriting. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. This horrible lot being teachers, and just tries to cause as much havoc as possible, really.
Oh, well, you did.
Yeah. And it was great. It was really odd, you know, having my colleagues as teachers, but it actually wasn't in the end, because it's just like all we're trying to do is support inquiry, you know, just support inquiry wherever it comes from. There's no like kind of hierarchy. We're trying to support you in that. And actually, I didn't realize that until, well, we fought a bit, but in a good way.
Fought.
Well, there was a lot of, probably in the same way you and Catherine did.
Only physically twice. Though.
Only physically twice. Yeah, but that was my own fault.
Yeah, and I won.
Yeah, you won. I should.
Do you remember the time when we did this session and I introduced you to the Nashvilleian concept of song maps, and you were furious.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do a song map then. Yeah, great.
It was so like
I was so furious.
He was just like offended. I'm not having this. This is absolute bullshit. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was useful.
Oh, very useful. I found the thing is, I think it was because I'd been a writer and I'd been an established writer and everything like that. And then when you get given new concepts, like a song map, and I'll do this one then. So this is like a full song map. This is written by theory. And actually, even when I finished it, I hated it. But then 2 weeks later, I realized it was the best thing I've ever written, which was really worrying. But also, if the subject matter is deep enough, a song map is a brilliant way of slightly distancing yourself from something that's actually really quite painful. Mm-hmm. And so you can actually go through it in a quite formulaic way. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think I'll do it. Okay. Oh, fucking hell, okay. Wasn't even planning. I should have prepared. Hospital again. Such a hot and sticky summer. I hoped you would like to see your brother. 20-year-old girl, head to toe in plaster. Through the haze, a smile is hard to muster. Let's show her what she's missed, her happy ever after. A claustrophobic kiss, some sweaty packaged flowers. Crowd around her, coming closer. Am I the only one to know? rushing, drenching you in water, handing out support to the onlookers. I'm not gonna leave, gonna lie here in your embers, knowing it's contained but not yet over. Let's show her what she's missed, her chubby little brother, her baby boy to kiss, the worry of her mother. What's the point in keeping going? I know which way the wind is blowing. Fire on the wall, she's burning, burning. Nothing I can do to stand the pain. I can't reach you through the smoke, so turn away and choke from the fire on the wall today. So turn back the tide before the jump that broke your back, before you carried your dead child, until the day that saw the saddest of mistakes. But luck was never yours to make, luck was never yours to make. Fire on the wall, and she's burning, burning. Nothing I can do to stop the flames. I can't see you through the smoke, so turn away and choke from the fire on the wall today. There's been a fire on the wall today. Thank you. Oh God, left with my wine.
That's my favourite Luke song.
I always get hairs stand on end. I'm obsessed with courage, and that's one of my main jobs at ICMP, is being a bit of a courage detective, because that's what it takes to be a songwriter, and to do it consistently, and to do the things that are in here and then voice them out there. It takes a lot of courage. So I hope this song lights some fires for you. This is me being courageous. It's the first song of my next project. It's called Getting Better. Can you turn the piano up a bit, Adam, in the monitor? I want the courage to carry on. I want to settle where I belong. I want a family, I want a friend. I want a promise that doesn't end. I want a wager, I want a deal. I want to fail and I want to feel. I want to heal, I want to mend. I want to learn how to make amends. Don't want to filter, don't want to fake. Don't want it perfect, don't want mistakes. So help me breathe just a little bit more. I want to know what a dream I can justify, a solid reason to be alive. There is permission to face the sky. You'll never know if you never try.
Yeah, this one, I'm going to play a brand new song, basically. This has never heard the light, never seen the light of day. Thank you for the courage thing, because this is actually, this is never not terrifying. I think that's the point. It's never easy to share a new song with everyone, but that's what we ask you to do every week, so I think we better do it too. I wrote this over the summer, actually. I did a 10-day songwriting challenge with one of our colleagues, Anjali, who's on the songwriting faculty. It was just a way for us to sort of be accountable to one another. So the deal was, you write a song every day, rough as you like, but you have to do it. So it doesn't matter if you're delivering like the crappiest voice note with the most ridiculous lyrics, whatever, you just do it. I've done this a couple of times before, and what came out of it was that I had probably 2 or 3 songs at the end that I was interested in and then I worked on. So this was one of them. It's a song that I realized I needed to write when I hosted the Songwriters Circle earlier in the year, well, last year, which was an LGBTQIA+ special. And I realized I didn't really have a song that was me talking as a young boy or a young man before I'd come out. And so this is me as a sort of 10, 11, 12-year-old, I think, something like that, just talking about how I was feeling. I only finished the bridge yesterday. Something else that will happen to you a lot. It's called Silent Sun.
Quick glance, stolen chemicals flowing, wishing I could be different, knowing that this is forbidden, longing for normal, hating what I knew for sure. This can't really be me. That's what I really believe. I didn't want to hurt anyone, so I stayed the silent son. Whoa. So much for us all to lose, so I made up my mind, decided I had to stay quiet. Heavy secrets must fight
this feeling I can't cause any trouble. No, I didn't want to cause any trouble. I didn't want to hurt anyone, so I stayed the silent soul. Silent brother, a silent friend, keep a storm outside the shelter. If I keep pretending I can be like all the others, I know that I can change. If I keep my thinking straight, if I keep my thinking straight, if I keep my thinking straight, if I keep my thinking straight. Inside wants out, but I know I can't let them down. I can't cause any trouble. I didn't want to cause any trouble. I didn't want to hurt anyone, so I stayed the silent son. So I stayed the silent son. Whoa.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, that was quite scary.
Oh my word.
You will be hearing from Mr. Ben Jones on the next two songs, so he's not just sitting here to look pretty, although he is very pretty. Nadine.
I love this courage theme, and I love the 10-day songwriting. I think if you come out with a song like that, it makes me jealous and want to do that challenge as well. But
honestly, like it is, I really recommend it. And in fact, is anyone, hands up if you're starting a lyric writing course with me tomorrow? Is anyone here?
They've all failed.
Well, now we're definitely doing it.
Yeah, that's the second year part-timers.
Week one is going to be seven songs in 7 days. I'll do it too.
Yes.
And we just, listen, it's amazing. It's really confronting, but it's so brilliant because you have to just get over yourself and be prepared to write what is ultimately a crap song, because you might only have 20 minutes. Like actually this, I had 20 minutes before a really tedious meeting with the quality team. And, sorry, that's very rude, but it was...
They are tedious, though.
But I had 20 minutes and I got into a production room and got on Logic and just a drum groove, and that was the genesis of this. So, you know, just... it's worth doing. Anyway, over to you.
Amazing. I agree that this is actually the most terrifying way of playing when you play in front of your students, because, you know, I don't know you yet, okay? I'm going to play a song which has been my, it's not been recent, okay, but most recent single, which is called Bloom Out of Season. And it's a song that is kind of about, oh my gosh, what did I just think about earlier? It's a song about having your foundation tested in life, and like when like things are really hard, or like stuff hits the fan, and kind of and having a sort of resilient, hopeful, defiant approach. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. You'll get it. You'll get it. I'll just sing it.
I bloom out of season, and I grow in the bitter cold. I rise through the ceiling, and I go where no one knows. And I don't get my, no, let's do that again. And you don't get my reasons. Well, I don't need your permission, no. I can feel it in my being. I know my time has come. I'm limitless, limitless. Come try to stop this sun. But deep bruise, too late to make me move. I hit the source of love on my way down. Yes, right. And it turned my broken heart into a garden of blue. And I'm a force to be reckoned with. Put my time in the invisible, and you haven't seen half of this. You're too quick to judge the slow, so I choose contradiction. I smile as you steal my joy, 'cause the ground that I stand on will always grow me more. I'm limitless, limitless. Come try and stop this sun. Deep roots, too late to make me move. I hit the source of love on my way down, and it turned my broken heart into a garden. Blue, I blue, 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 limitless, limitless. Come try and stop this sun. But deep roots, too late to make me move. I hit the source of love on my way down, and it turned my broken heart into a garden of blue.
Thank you. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, you're pretty lucky, you first years. I'm just giggling because I said to Nadine before we came on, I said, do you want any BVs? And she said, only if you're first. And then we all just like joined in.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We're like, blue.
Didn't get the memo,
But
sorry.
I can't
Nadine.
resist it. Nadine's songs are so good. Like,
But also, I heard you make a comment earlier about Nadine always performs with a very expensive microphone.
yeah, because she's just got it in her throat, right?
Oh, I see. No, because I'm sad to report that that is a £70.
No, she just sings like she's.
SM58.
No, but she sings like she. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I see, yeah.
I feel embarrassed now. Moving on.
We're doing BVs whether you like it or not. I think
Love
is
it.
basically what's happening here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to play the final song from the record that I'm making. I just want to mention that 3 of us on faculty, including me, speak on 6 Music. I don't know if any of you listen to Radio 6 Music. It's a radio station in the UK, which is like for critically acclaimed songs. And I do that every 3 weeks. It's on a Wednesday at 5:40. I think it's Ange tomorrow. And I always try to make the pieces that I create a good gender balance. And last week, for the first time, I wasn't able to do that. So next week's piece is just going to be all about female singer-songwriters, and I'm going to try my best to make some pretty meaningful political points and play a Laura Marling song. But I'm mentioning that because I have a really, really strong sense of purpose when it comes to equality of all types in songwriting. And I think sense of purpose is incredibly important. I've just done a research project about why we write songs, and I feel like sense of purpose carries you through so much in life, and definitely in terms of your artistry. And for me, that's really opened up this new world of making a record. So this is a 6-song piece. It's a narrative arc about feminism, and specifically about gender equality in the creative arts and the role that they play in our lives in terms of our how they affect our lives. And a lot of the record is about war, because there's some of that going on at the moment. And at the end, I'm gonna play the final song, which is kind of like the war song, really, but it's bookended by the song that you just heard, and then this final song is the last song on the record. It's the only one that I wrote on my own. I was moved to start writing it when Taliban retook Afghanistan, and so it has a war metaphor. This song is called Love, the Ultimate Weapon. And so it's personifying love. The speaking, the protagonist here is love speaking to evil. And it's comparing love to a chemical weapon. And this is Love, the Ultimate Weapon. I see you pull pins on bombs, thinking that you've all but won, thinking that you're keeping on, however hard the fight. I hear you rewrite the news, thinking you can change the truth, thinking that you still can use shock to silence all. But I am love, and I destroy all in my way. I will return, and I will stay. And bit by bit, I will get through, I'll get back in. Waiting here amongst the air, we're all breathing, seeping through by any crack. I invade and never turn back. I always win. Every fighter feels my force, with a will more strong than yours, with a mission more than war, unstoppable last time. It's only I who cannot be denied. I always grow, I always thrive, and bit by bit I will get through, I'll get back in. Waiting here amongst the air, we're all breathing,
Right, Jonathan, you're going to tell me what I'm going to play again?
Why don't, no.
Oh, okay. I accidentally found out I had a hit. Because I sing to my kids every night. Well, a couple of kids. And I was just singing, because I was singing lullabies to them. And I just got bored shitless of singing other people's lullabies. So I started making stuff up. Things up. So I swear when I'm drunk. I swear when I'm not drunk. I don't know what the problem is.
You swear when you teach?
I swear when I teach. I do, and I apologize every time. But I do, I'm sorry. And so I just wrote this song, and just found out it had like 130,000 streams, which is really nice.
What?
Yeah, I didn't even know I'd done it. And no, I had like, I wrote it, it was like 4 hours from start to finish, writing, producing, mixing, mastering, and just sending off. Because, and it's not because the song's simple, it's because the approach to when you write a kid's song, you're like, it could be anything. And that's freeing. Do you know what I mean? Like when you go, I could just do anything. Mm-hmm. As soon as you're kind of like going, this has to be me, and this has to be interesting, and I have to look cool. Like every time you add another layer of that on, it just slows it down, slows it down, slows it down.
This is another argument for the 10-day
exactly. And that's a really good thing. You just write it, you know? And then work out what it is after you've written it. So this song is, but actually, it's actually about growing up, and it's a double meaning. It's about going out on a boat, but it's also about getting involved in life. And it was kind of looking back now, it's a message to myself to just get involved, get back out there, you know? Trying to remember how it goes. Jump on board, jump on board. Come with me out on the sea, with salt in your hair and surf on the breeze. Weigh the anchor aboard, unfurl the sails, it's time to explore. A dolphin's tail, crest in the water, a mighty whale, far out to sea. All of the things we find in the ocean, jump on board. Pirates and treasure await. X marks the spot for pieces of 8. Look for the map inside you. Mermaids and monsters await in the blue. A dolphin's tail, crest in the water, a mighty whale, far out to sea. All of the things we find in the ocean, jump on board, jump on board.
I love that. That's so great. That is much better than Baby Shark. Much better.
Yeah, it got onto a kid's bedtime playlist.
I know, I'm falling asleep too tonight.
Oh, there we go. I am dull. Yeah, but it's like, regardless, I mean, that song must make me, 50 quid every 6 months.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
You know? But the lovely idea is there's kiddies going to sleep all around the world to my song, so I'm really pleased with that.
Really beautiful.
Give us the chorus again. Jump.
There's pirates and what is it?
Just sing it a
A
cappella.
dolphin's tail, crest in the water, a mighty whale, far out to sea. All of the things we find in the ocean, jump on board. And that actually naturally has a song map within it. and I didn't realize till after I wrote it.
Okay, so D major.
Wake up, children!
Kevin, can we just check that was... Sorry about this, by the way. This wasn't the plan. But can you just help me out with a D major? Maybe like an keep it going. I'm not going to go all like, what was he called? Jacob Collier. No, don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so I did my master's during lockdown, and wasn't it the worst of times? I had this big plan, go and do gigs and do like live performing and use this kind of master's as a real summit point of a 2 and a bit year journey. And then we were all stuck at home. Most of us, it was we all experienced loss. Many of us experienced personal loss of loved ones. And I thought, what am I going to do? And I just had this real urge for connection. And it coincided with the most fabulous tiny little book that a rapper and poet called Kay Tempest wrote called On Connection. And I went on this whole journey, which if you're in our master's class for commercial songwriting tomorrow, I'll tell you a bit more about. But it ended with this song. It's only got 3 lines. Never written a 3-line song before. It's more like a mantra. It's called All We Have Is Now. And I'd love to sing it with you, but I'd love us to sing it together. It's got 3 bits. I'll teach you the first bit. All we have is now. All we have is now. Try that. All we have is now. All we have is now. This is the stupid thing about music. As soon as you've played a note, it's already gone. And then you move on to the next one. And then you move on to the next one. And it's like now, 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 now. So the next bit is just constant beginning, constant ending. 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 Constant beginning, constant. Excellent, that's wicked. And you can notice, if you like, it kind of goes up a little bit occasionally. And then finally for the finale, breathe. Oh my days!
You can do it, Shane.
Breathe a little longer.
Yes,
breathe in. Breathe a little longer. Breathe in. Breathe a little longer. Told you I needed you. Breathe in. Breathe a little longer. You got it. I can't believe that. Talk about embarrassment.
You are. Okay. Are we allowed to do ad-libs? I won't do them, but somebody do them.
Don't even know if I need the mic. Let's just sing all we have. All we have is now. 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 Constant beginning, constant ending. 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 Constant
great. Keep it going. Constant beginning, constant ending, constant beginning, constant ending, constant beginning, constant ending, constant beginning, constant beginning. And all we have is now. All we have is now.
Marvelous study and connection there. That's absolutely wonderful. Sure. Well, it's not, actually, Luke, on that last song, I've done something very rude, and I completely forgot to acknowledge your role in the process, which was that that concept, Silent Sun, I actually wrote a version of that with Luke, which decided not to take forward. But that was absolutely part of the process. So thank you very much for that.
It's fine. I'm not offended at all, you bastard.
Well, look, one of the key things about being a songwriter is that you have more songs that you've written and that no one's ever heard and that, you know, sit there unused than you do ever that you put out. And I mean it when I say that, you know, that song I wrote with Luke that decided not to use absolutely got me to this one. So thank you, Luke.
Thank you, Luke.
Where have they gone? The toilet together.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll fill a bit. Well, actually, you know, look, I'm gonna.
He's back.
Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Ooh. Can you put that over there away from my new expensive thing? I've got a gig to plug.
Yes, come on.
Basically, so the next two songs I'm going to play are actually really quite old songs. They're songs that I co-wrote with Sophie actually many years ago, and they, well, we made an album basically. So went out to Austin, Texas, to make a record with a fantastic producer and a bunch of musicians out there, and Ben came as well, played bass out there. It was absolutely brilliant. And then, for a whole variety of reasons that I will talk more about at the launch show, the album was shelved. I just didn't feel that I could take it any further at that stage. But now I'm putting it out.
That's great.
Which I'm very excited about. So here's the poster. I just thought I'd bring this along for you to all to see. It's on the 26th of October at the Camden Club. And basically, the tickets are only £10. I do need to charge something for tickets because there are some costs. But any profit that's made is going to be donated to the Camden Roundhouse Trust, which helps young people in North. Yeah, if I were suspicious, which I'm not, that I would take that as an omen, a la sort of Macbeth, the doomed show. Anyway,
It's about persevering and
launching
making
the record on the 26th of October at the Camden Club. I would love it if you come down. You can basically, if you Google Jonathan Wiskard, you will find me. The only other Jonathan Wiskard in the UK is a car mechanic in Swansea, and he is like page 17 on Google, so you'll definitely find me. So just Google me. You can get a ticket on my website, and I'll put posters around ICMP, so you'll definitely be spammed a bit more about this. But yeah, Ben will be playing with me on the night, as will another long-standing collaborator of mine. Anyway, this is, Nadine designed this poster, isn't it beautiful? Yeah. Yeah. So Sophie co-wrote the songs, Nadine did the poster, Ben's playing bass, Lasse, who's here this evening, I'm using his events company to run the event. It's an ICMP love-in. This one is called I Could Be You. We'll just try it. That's it. No. This is it. Okay. Magic. Now I'm ready.
Don't worry, we're all distracted now.
Talking your troubles, you feel you're letting her down. She's the love of your life, still it's a struggle. It's driving you into the ground. I can tell you think you won't survive, but we all have dark days in our lives. One day we can leave all this behind. I know what you're feeling, because I have been there too. Some things are out of our hands, we're not so different. I could be you, I could be you. Back when trouble knocked on my door, I tried to face him alone. A dark place I'd never been to before. I couldn't get out on my own. I can tell you think you won't survive, but we all have dark days in our lives. One day we can leave all this behind. I know what you're feeling, because I have been there too. Some things are out of our hands, we're not so different. I could be you, I could be you. And we're not to blame for what we are, and we're all the same. Oh, and every scar will fade with time. One day we can leave all this behind. Yeah, I know what you're feeling, because I have been there too. Some things are out of our hands, we're not so different. I could be you, I know what you're feeling, yeah, because I have been there too. Some things are out of our hands, we're not so different. I could be you, I could be
Thank you.
Oh my days. Thanks. Okay. I might need some help with the piano now.
Adam, just before I forget, can we have less reverb in the monitors just for next time
Do you
round?
want to play this piano, Nidhi? Because I'm not playing it next round. Do you want to switch?
Ah, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Luke, you saved it last time already. And yeah. It has a lot of options and it's yes. And then sorry guys.
How do you turn this on?
Does this sound okay? That'll do. It's just a very bland thing, but that's fine. Thank you so much. Okay.
Am I going to be called upon again to spoil the Nadine Perfect vocal with my enthusiasm?
You're not spoiling it with your enthusiasm.
Are you going to play one of my favourite songs of all time?
I'm going to play this for you, Sophie.
This is one of the best songs ever written.
Actually, I'm dedicating this to Sophie because Sophie, she taught me lyrics and all sorts back in the day when I was a little student. And I remember one of the first things she said to me was like, Nadine, you should write choruses. I was like, oh, I never thought about that. And since then, I've never looked back. So I love writing choruses. I don't know what I was thinking. There are cool songs without choruses as well, but anyway, for me it was great. So this song I wrote when I was quite depressed about a guy who didn't like me back, and it's a very redemptive story, don't worry, but what is that?
Something resetting, probably.
Yeah. I don't know, doesn't matter. And so I had to write a song every week, which you will have to do as well. I'm sorry. Or I'm not sorry, it's going to be great. But I remember that week I was like, all I could think about was how sad I was about this person. So, and then I didn't really like, I didn't really like what I was coming up with, and it was just really sad, and I was really feeling sad. So it was like life and the songwriting coming together and just being sad, which is okay. It's okay to be sad, but I just felt like, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't right yet. And then I remember, I think I read some sort of blog or something happened that just suddenly switched my perspective. Okay. Yes. That wasn't me, right? That was Shane being all perfect pitch. No?
It was Luke. He's just really jealous that you can write songs like this one coming up. So
Okay.
I'm just ruining it.
Yeah.
This is so weird. Okay. Anyway, and then I realized that I needed. Okay, it's actually. What key is it?
It's B. I thought it was E, but he's like, no, it's B.
Okay, it's fine. It's in the key. So.
That's pretty good.
So I realized I had to sing it to myself. Okay, I'm just going to start in a bit because
the song.
I can't.
It's so good.
Yeah. What?
So good.
Okay, I'll just play. All right. Can I just tell you the story that happened after? Because it's a little bit of chit chat. But 8 years later, in the room where I wrote this song, my husband proposed to me. And I know. Anyway, thank you. And he didn't know that I wrote this song there, so it was amazing. Exactly.
It's so hilarious that all the pointless men get all the great songs, isn't it? It's true.
Yeah, that actually. Yeah, I did write a good one for my husband. It's going to be on the album, but I'm not playing it.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm so not focused, but this is going to be okay.
Stand up, my soul. Long enough you've lain cold. Long enough you've been told that this is all you wanted. Get up, my child. You want to hide, but don't you close your eyes. someone else you'll find. And now your cheeks turn back to color as you're blinking in the sun. In time you will recover. I can see new life's begun. Spring will come. You've wasted hours knocking on iron doors, maintained your hurting heart. You know he can't be yours now. Now run, my soul, from regrets to old. Be strong, be bold. Let new ways unfold. Now your cheeks turn back to color as you're blinking in the sun. And in time you will recover. I can see new lives begun. Spring will come. You buried hope deep down below. Never thought you'd see it grow. Through the winter wind and the pouring rain, you will reap joy from pain. Now your cheeks turn back to color as you're blinking in the sun. And in time you will recover. I can see new lives begun. Ooh, I cheeks turn back to color as you're blinking in the sun. And in time you will recover. I can see new lives begun. Spring will come.
Okay, we're going to do one final round. I just want to mention the next Songwriters Circle, which is on the 28th of October, Monday the 28th of October, right here. So we're looking for you to take the seats, and that is a special, right?
Yeah, we've got a fabulous guest.
Have we already?
Yeah, Ashana White. If you've not heard Ashana White, she's just the most amazing artist, and we want to hear you as well. So,
Yep. What, is there a theme to that one? Sorry, I missed that. Is there a theme
October 28th.
yeah, we often are celebrating Black History Month during October.
Yeah.
But it's going to be an absolutely amazing event.
So yeah, you can through the events page you can apply to play at this event. But take your time. If you're on the BA, you've got 3 years, obviously. Right, Shane, are you ready? Yeah. Thank you. So, Shane has really kindly agreed to play for me, and yeah, this is pretty fresh. This is a song that was the last song that we wrote for the EP. I say we because I co-wrote this with somebody else who's an incredible tutor on the MASW, a writing artist called Hannah Rose Platt, and I also co-wrote it with Nadine. So the dream team, really. And it was so researched, this song. Some of the lines in this song are taken from a book that I recommend to you all. which has completely disappeared from my head. What is this book called?
Rage Becomes Her.
Rage Becomes Her, by Soraya Chemley, which is a feminist text, and there's quite a lot in there about creativity. Yeah, it really inspired this song, as did my investment in yoga practice. It's also about war, and it's kind of like the big kind of denouement on the record, the hero's journey battle moment. And it's really about this mission that I have, which is about empowering everybody equally in terms of having creative voice. Unfortunately, in the UK and the US at the moment, only 14% of those who make a living through songwriting are either female or gender expansive, so that's something that we need to change. Not just because of the right to kind of make music and have an income, but because of the songs that we put out into the world. So that's what this song is about. And thank you for playing guitar. This is called Peaceful Warrior.
Great. Okay, and a bit faster.
Yeah. Are you tired marching down that same old path with worn out shoes, too unchanging, too uninspired, as if there is just black and white for us to choose? It's such a narrow view. Lower your weapon, gently does it now. No sudden movement, slowly put it down. And I take the pen, it's filled with a wise anger, and I call for change. I'm a peaceful warrior. If I sign my name, will you do the same? 'Cause this is what we do, rewrite fiction with the truth. Have you noticed all the progress hasn't helped us be less cruel? When fear is still a tool to separate us, it's an act of love to look for something new. Connected truth, imagination, paved a better way. Give attention to what I have to say. And I take the pen, it's filled with a wise anger, and I call for change. I'm a peaceful warrior. If I sign my name, will you do the same? 'Cause this is what we do, rewrite fiction with the truth. Sorry. Feel differently about taking lives when you've given birth to one. You won't be burning houses down, you have built them up. You work to forge alliances for the good of everyone, no matter how impossible they seem. Take the pen, fill it with wise anger, and call for change. I'm a peaceful warrior. If I sign my name, will you do the same? 'Cause this is what we do, rewrite fiction with the truth. This is what we do, rewrite fiction with the truth. If you want to write a song, you need to get Hannah Rose Platt and Nadine in the room, I'm telling you. It went through like 4 song titles. Hannah researched everything. It was originally called Dear Jane, that song, and we was going to be speaking to Jane Austen, apologizing to her, and then Hannah she watched like four documentaries and listened to 8, and she came in, she was like, have you heard of Enheduanna, who is this Mesopotamian princess who is actually the first human being that we know engaged in creative writing? She was a woman. And she was also a warrior. and a war poet. Yeah, and she was the first human on earth who engaged in creative writing, and so she inspired the song. Yeah, so I owe massive debt to Hannah Rose Platt and to Nadine, warrior of songcraft.
Fabulous. And I hope you don't mind me railroading in with some harmonies. That's a bloody good ending
No,
line
loving it.
as well. That's a great line. The rondo at the end. So the beeping's in B. I'm going to do something in F then. Because B isn't in F, so you're not invited, beeper. I thought, this is going to be a real marathon for me. This is a ridiculous song. I shouldn't be undertaking it. Silliness is very important in my life. And I mean seriously. Okay, I think there's something deeply moving about being very, very silly. So I try not to take things too seriously. And this song is about how... so I had a lot of speech therapy as a child because I couldn't really speak properly. So as a result, I sound quite posh. And I really am not. And I've had several relationships over the years with quite posh women until they realized that I'm a hillbilly from Cornwall. And so this is a song about that, really.
Elocution lessons.
No, it's called Fools with Money. It's a song to myself, really. And I don't know if I can do it because it's supposed to be a full orchestra. Oh. So it is. I recorded this with London Session Orchestra, and I spent £130,000 on the record of Islands. I used to be signed to Island Records, and I spent 130 grand of their money, and the album was a complete flop. It didn't come out. It took 15 years for me to get it out. So it was, but I thought it was jolly good fun. I had a great time. And this is one of the songs on that album. So I'm going to give it a go. So bear with me. The beep. Here we go. Something like this. could decide to be anybody's girl. If you decide what you want from life, why'd you always go for fools with money, with money? Why'd you always go for fools with money, with money? Oh, you silly thing, you've just missed it all.
It's a full orchestra doing this.
Thank you.
I think when the venue said we're not allowed to use their grand piano, I think they made the right choice.
I'd have loved to have done it on
That
that.
was
That'd
like
be great.
shards of plastic. Like,
Well, you should treat, you should treat an instrument how it should be treated.
there you go.
With disdain.
That was fab. I've not heard that one before. It's brilliant.
You know?
Well, I think I've heard it on because I've listened to the record.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, the
I've never heard
record,
you
so-
play it live.
Yes, I had like, well, I haven't done it live much. I thought I should crack it out. So it's got like about 40, 50 strings on it.
Yeah.
A mellotron, a choir.
Bombastic, I think is
Yeah.
how it was.
What's the title, Luke?
Fools with money.
Fools. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
So good. Okay. This was a real, I will try and get through this, I won't use too many words, a real staple for me of this songwriter circle once a year. So we're obviously very familiar with Christmas songs, and I thought, well, I'm going to write a New Year's song, because if it could be a hit, then, you know, it's just going to come around every year.
Yes.
So it's called A New Year, and it's trying to bottle that fleeting moment of optimism that, you know, somehow comes around every December 31st. And for the aficionados in the audience, it's exactly 365 beats long, and it's called A New Year. May this year be different from the last one. May a new heart grace us with its own song. May a fresh start be given everyone. May our leaders listen like the first time. And as people, may we all be open to a better way of being human. And the top that's trying to squeeze the bottom, may you wake up, realize you're broken. We are ready, don't get me wrong. Flipping heck, I don't think I can do it.
We'll do it with you.
We'll just go for it. It sounds
I
great.
just need, I think I need you to sing with me. Just, we are ready, all right? That's so random, that's just didn't happen. Anyway. We are ready. That's it. Don't get me wrong, we are ready. Our time has come. Where's my key?
Can't see the dots on this one, right?
There we go. May the violence not end in a funeral, and the finance not hold us to ransom. May your wedding lead to a lifetime. May we all sing like it was our first time. We are ready. Don't get me wrong, we are ready.
May the best be yet to come. We're ready. This is our song. May the dying be given a lifeline. May your wedding lead to a lifetime. May your family be broken by a hate ball. May your family many forgive us strong. May my voice get through the last verse. All you need to do is sing, we are ready. There's no other bits, Jonathan. We are ready. 5, 6, 7. We are ready. We are ready. We are ready. Keep that going and I'll see how I do. May this year be different from the last one. May this year be better than the last one. May the planet be given a lifeline. May your wedding lead to a lifetime. May your family broken by a hate bomb. Be a family many forgive and strong. May this year be different from the last one. May this year be better than the last one.
Go, Shane!
Indestructible! Apart from there was 2 extra beats in the middle of that.
Oh, for goodness sake. So annoying.
Yeah, on the topic of silliness, actually, I like talking about silliness because it is absolutely integral to any successful writing process.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, and life. So in the sort of all the years where I didn't have an artist project, where I was just songwriting. So what I did basically was focused obviously on teaching at ICMP, and then I wrote with lots and lots of different artists, co-writing songs for and with them. And what I worked out quite quickly is that the most useful thing that I could be in the room was the one who was very relaxed and silly. And it was just like, because, like you say, people come in and they say, oh, I've got to write something really serious today. I've got to write something really important. That which is what I was like, by the way. Sophie can probably attest to that. And yeah, silliness and playfulness is so important. So I think you'll probably hear us all talking about that in different ways, shapes, or forms. So I don't remember anything about the writing of this song. All I know is that at the time that I wrote it with Sophie, I was very sad. This is a breakup song, classic breakup song, and it was very important to me at the time. In fact, I do remember the very first demo. I think I remember playing it to you. It's back in Dine Road 1A. I remember okay. Yeah, it's called Suddenly Strangers.
In your eyes, I was the one. Look at me, I don't belong. We both hate what we've become, bones that we pick bare. The empty shell of what we had whispers to me, holds me back. What your conscience seems to lack is the memories we share. Ooh. And I don't know what our love was for. Ooh. And I don't know you anymore. Suddenly strangers. distant stare across the hall reminds us that we lost it all. And I don't understand how we can be suddenly strangers, suddenly strangers. Easy way for us to part. I know you'll always haunt my heart. Never doubt you made your mark, permanently scarred. No, and I don't know what our love was for. I don't know you anymore. Suddenly strangers, nothing can save us. A distant stare across the hall reminds us that we lost it all. And I don't understand how we can be suddenly strangers, suddenly strangers. And how can something feel so wrong when we both know it's right? We tried to keep our love alive, now everything's broken. At least we both put up a fight, a fight. Suddenly strangers, nothing can save us. A distant stare across the hall reminds us that we lost it all. And I don't understand how we can be suddenly strangers, suddenly strangers, suddenly, ooh, suddenly, ooh, suddenly strangers, suddenly, ooh, suddenly strangers, suddenly strangers.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you to you, Ben, for playing along. Wonderful. A pleasure to play the songs with you again.
Oh my gosh. Ben was such an amazing teacher as well when I was a student. I remember you teaching me how to do a chord sheet. And you taught on melodies as well. It was epic. You were such a good teacher. And I actually remember one lesson about where you taught us about silence in music. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Just how, you know, there's both silence and not silence. Anyway, I'm not going to redo the lesson right now. So this is actually quite special that I'm allowed to do the last song in this round. You're such a wonderful, wonderful audience. Thanks for laughing along and just being here and enduring the sounds and the electricity here or not here. I am actually currently working on my new album. I dare. It's been 7 years since I released my last EP, which is too long. But what happened was that in 2017, I released my last EP called Rise, which is a very sort of cinematic style EP, and I tried to be really cool. Anyway, that's just, I can see that now, I didn't see that then. In the last 7 years, just after I released that album, sadly, my sister passed away just like a month after. And that really, I don't know, those of you who have experienced like losing someone really close in your family, it really feels like there's something uprooted from in you. It's really strange. Like you can suddenly feel almost physically that you were connected. I just think it's amazing how we're made in that way, that we're so connected. Connection, Shane's topic. And what it did is, like, first of all, and I would love actually someone to, maybe I need to do that, to talk more about grief and creativity. That would be really interesting, because I lost all sense of wanting to write or create. I was just like, what's the point? Because my name means hope, and I always try to convey hope, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, it's clearly not working in my own family, so what's the point, right? So, but what it did this season of the last 7 years, it really took me back to the roots of why I started writing. And I remember as a little child, like when my mom bought a keyboard, and I obviously didn't play at all, I just remember hammering on some notes and just expressing my heart. And I grew up in a Christian household, and I used to just use the singing as prayer. And so now what happened, I didn't really plan it this way. I only realized it like last year, that I actually have an album's worth of songs that I would have never even thought fit into my project. But they are songs that are very devotional, because I felt I went back to, what do I believe, and what does that mean, and what does grief mean with all this mess, you know? And I also felt that I really, really wanted to create songs that comfort people. I want the album to feel like a table where people can just come and sit and feel refreshed, because I know we've all gone through a lot of stuff, haven't we? So that's the vision. The fundraiser is still going, cheeky plug. But I am taking a step of faith and saying I'm going to record it in November. It's going to be a sort of live studio album, and I want to record it in Switzerland. That's where I'm from, so I really want to go to the roots in every way, if that makes sense. I think I have some Swiss people here, don't we? Exciting!
Yes.
I see. I think 3 at least I know about. That's very exciting.
Would you
too.
like us to hold you to account for this?
Yes, please.
Okay, we will.
Yes.
Yep.
You can
Shall
ask
hold you to
me
account?
in 1st of October. No, December. I can't do my months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, this song is called Overflow. Are we now doing more of those? It's not really, it's kind of in the key, but it's the 7th note, which is not great, but crunchy. So this song is called Overflow, and I'll just play it because I've talked enough. You'll get it. Okay. The chords, I sometimes mess up, but just ignore that part. Okay.
I'm ready for this love. I finally surrender. I'm ready for this holy longing to truly know the one who calls me higher. I've been holding on for far too long, to less than what I wanted. I've been chasing after empty promises, just standing up exhausted. But here in the overflow, I know. Here in the overflow, I'm sure that. Here in the overflow, I know. I was made to overflow. I was made for more than just enough. Heaven knows I tried it. But nothing in this world could give me what I've been needing, what my heart was made to desire, while just overflow. I was made for more. Never meant to just survive. Never meant to just get by. I was made to overflow. I was made for love divine. Never meant to just survive. Never meant to just get by. I was made to overflow. I was made for love divine.
Thank you so much.
Wow. I just want to thank everybody who's been on stage this evening. Nadine Yomi.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
If there's anybody here from Music Performance, you're in for a treat with the wonderful Ben Jones. I don't know if anywhere on the planet has a better dean of a music school than Jonathan Wiskard.
Thank you.
BA songwriting students, this man is going to take incredible care of you, Shane Beals. Most people here will have the luxury of being taught by Luke Toms, who is a wonderful, beautiful human being. Thank you very much. I'm Sophie Daniels. Thank you.
The architect.
The architect of the whole thing. And Monday, the 28th of November is the next one. And
October.
Then, October. And then we do it every month. You sit here and we are there. We really want to hear your songs. As you've probably seen this evening, we're just here for song. And we're here because you came here to learn about songwriting with us. And we just couldn't be more excited to spend this year with you. Thank you very much. See you soon.
That's all right. And just a big thank you as well to Lasse and his team, and Adam and Ryan, and sorry if anyone else I've forgotten. Thank you so much.
Francesca.
Francesca.